How many other deals do you find like that a month for your clients? Because I know you help out clients all the time, and sometimes people hear, oh, great, Jeff found this amazing deal. He found out for himself, but can he help me find that as well?
Yeah, so it's really perspective, right, Chris? And a lot of variables going on, but overall for like true deals where you could live for free or, for a few $100 a month, I would say a good 2 to 4 deals per month if they're open-minded and flexible. Absolutely.
And that's the thing. Jeff can only take one of these a year. So it's not like he's scooping them all up. He's limited. So
yeah. Actually, if anything, my ultimate compliment is when I get a better deal for the client than for myself.
Hey everyone, Chris Lopez here. And today's podcast, we are going to talk about the stats and the market from April of 2024. So we'll talk market trends for Denver and Southern Colorado. And then we're going to talk through a couple deals that we're seeing in both markets and just some general chit chat about what everyone's up to. So welcome back, crew. We've got Troy Howell with NOVA Home Loans. We got Jenny Bayless down south and Jeff White up in Denver. Hello, everyone.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Chris.
Doing good. So let's start off with some stats. Jenny, what is going on down in Springs? I think we have some common numbers to share.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of positive about the numbers that we're seeing. So just kind of high level, the median sales price year over year is up almost 7% at 6.8%. Month over month is 4.3%. So that's a really big, push upwards. And then we're also seeing new inventory, which is nice. So new listings are up almost 25% month over month. And total active is almost at 15% month over month. So things are kind of moving. I like what I'm seeing with these numbers.
Yeah, it's eerie because those are like almost exact same numbers in Denver. Our price is up 7%. New listings are up 25%. And of course, inventory is a little bit higher. But yeah, it's the same trend. And something we were discussing before. So inventory is going up, which often means more options for buyers out there. But we're still seeing, strong price growth. And then Troy, what were rates this April versus last April?
This time, right now, average is just a little over 7, and about a year ago is just under 6.4. So,
yeah. So rates were what? Over half a point better a year ago.
Yeah, easily.
So, yeah, I think that's a pretty strong indication that I don't expect any major price declines or any major. Something can always happen, but things are looking strong.
And I think on top of that, Chris, if the rates get a bit better, it's going to pull some more buyers into the market too. It'll get a few more people off the fence, and that's going to just bode well for real estate as a whole.
Troy, do you think that it would get some sellers off the sidelines as well?
I think so too. I'm thinking it's kind of gradually working out. People are like, hey, if I'm going to do something better or different with their house, they're just kind of going to suck it up a little bit with those interest rates. And of course, that's a very broad statement, but I think, people are getting more used to living with it. You're still going to have a lot that are going to hold out though, until the bitter end. But yeah, I think some of them, people are doing corporate relocations, had a transaction where, relocating to Tennessee. So, regardless of what the rate they had here, they had to give it up and go out to Tennessee. Maybe they paid cash out in Tennessee. I don't know, but.
So Jenny, walk us through a couple deals down there.
Yeah. So I guess I have some, examples on both ends. We are selling the single family home that I had been mentioning over the past couple of months. Got it ready to go. Of course, the water heater broke literally the day the tenants were moving out. So, things happen. Yeah, it leaked everywhere. So got all that. Luckily, we were there, so we were able to stop the water and dry it up and everything. But so that's fun. So basically, just got that ready to go. I just looked. There's only 12 single family homes that are not on a land lease, so to speak, in the MLS right now in Colorado Springs. mine being one of them, under 300,000 listed for sale. So, we've gotten some decent showing traffic. I would say, if I had listed this 2 years ago, I listed it last night and I've gotten 3 showing requests so far. But, I was joking that if we had listed it 2 years ago, we probably would have had 20 showing requests and an offer in hand already at this point. So it's just kind of a matter of tapering your expectations on it. And, kind of a mental note I have in mind is it might take about a month to get a good offer in, is kind of how I'm going into it. So that's just, kind of my observation on this, one property that we're selling. And then on the buy side, there's a pretty decent, options out there for investors. One in particular, I'm going to show a buyer tomorrow, and I'm okay sharing this since this will air not by tomorrow. Basically, it's listed at I think 675, and using some pretty conservative numbers, it's still over a 6 cap. And with an 8.5% interest rate, we're estimating that he will cash flow about $650 a month.
Nice.
With 40% down.
40%
let me
down.
caveat that.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how much value add does it need?
It's kind of hard to tell from the photos, so we will see tomorrow. But
Well, like light, medium, heavy. Like, what's the genre?
I don't know.
Ooh.
We guesstimated $50K. For some exterior stuff that we could see. And then, just kind of based on experience, there's always something with these fourplexes that, is a big surprise normally. So, he's estimating $50K. I think that's probably fair from just in my experience. Just using a small sample size of my own properties, that seems a little bit higher than what I think he'll need for that. So a good plug figure for it.
Okay, so 40% down, 30 years at 8.5?
8.5.
8.5. And what's the cash flow?
It was 560.
Self-managing or with the
self-managing?
Okay.
Yep. And that's considering right now the units are not on a utility bill back, so we're accounting for that. Meaning accounting for it in the sense that he's going to have to pay for it until the leases expire and he can, add it into the lease. So that'll be a plus up when he can do that. And then also something that I really like about this particular property is that 2 of the units are 3 bedrooms. And 3-bedroom units are usually a fantastic option if you're able to secure that. So
what about the location?
I like it. I have 2 fourplexes in that area. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It seems like a good find. So we'll see when we get eyes on it tomorrow.
Well, we will find out next month what became of it.
Yep.
So, Jeff, what number house hack are you on right now for you personally?
Personally, on number 7, going to 8, under contract for number 8.
Wow. Okay. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
Second, tell us about this house hack you're in a contract with, because you have told me, but tell the audience because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's just with the Troy Howell special 5% down conventional loan product for 2 to 4 units. So it's triplex with a 5% down payment. And it's over in the southwest Denver quadrant part of town called the City of Sheridan, for the people that know Denver Metro, which is next to Inglewood. And it's just a super small brick side-by-side triplex. So you have the 2-bed, 1-bath end unit, 1-bed, 1-bath middle unit, and then 1-bed, 1-bath other end of the unit. And then Suleika and I will take the far end unit and rent out the other 2 units on Section 8. High-level numbers. Mortgage, and Troy, correct me if I'm wrong, if I say anything wrong.
Okay, well,
with property taxes and PITI, it's going to be about $3,500, and the 2.
What's the rate? Or is that unknown?
Well, we had Troy
6.75.
Yeah.
So better than
That's better than I expected for an owner-occupant multifamily.
Right.
So 6 3/4. Okay,
yeah.
that's way better than I expected.
Yeah.
Good job, Troy.
There we go. Hey,
Thank you, Troy. So yeah, $3,500, 35 more or less mortgage payment,
in.
principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and then rents for those 2 units that we're not living in on Section 8. We're looking at about $4,000. So we'll be living for a couple $100 a month after holding back for maintenance and vacancies and reserves.
Yeah.
So they still exist, Chris. Oh, and here's the best part. We just got the appraisal too, and it came in $22,000 over
Yeah.
what we
Just
came in
make
at.
sure this doesn't air for a little while. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came in over nicely and no conditions. Yeah, it's a good looking house. Good looking 3-unit.
So
What do you think it'll rent for when you move out?
So if we do the same, if we just assume Section 8 rents exactly the same next year and we rent out that on Section 8, it will be $1,835, Jenny. So nice
Very
little
nice.
cash flow play on a owner-occupied, small, super small, cozy. We're going from our little carriage house to a 1-bed, 1-bath. So not a huge changeover, and definitely has some deferred maintenance. Like we had that washer dryer hookups. They don't have that in there, but it has crawl space access, so it's pretty straightforward at it. But the big ticket items are taken care of: new sewer line, new electrical panels, new roof, new windows.
And
Yeah,
we're
excited.
don't forget
from a little carriage house to a little 1-bedroom.
Yeah, don't forget you negotiated in 8,000 seller credit as well.
Yeah,
On that.
Yeah.
Help defer some of those
I
closing
like to
costs.
negotiate. Yes.
So, Jeff, you're great at the deals you find, for yourself. How many other deals do you find like that a month for your clients? Because, I know you help out clients all the time, and sometimes people hear, oh, great, Jeff found this amazing deal. He found that for himself, but can he help me find that as well? So, talk about, the deal flow you see.
Yeah, so it's really perspective, right, Chris? And risk first, we talk about all the time is okay, do they want to live with no roommates or 7 roommates? Do they want to live in a duplex, or do they want to live in a house, and what part of town? And so it's a lot of variables going on, but overall for true deals where you could live for free or, for a few $100 a month, you're looking at, if their risk tolerance is a little higher, I would say a good 2 to 4 deals per month if they're open-minded and flexible. Absolutely.
And that's the thing. Jeff can only take one of these a year. So it's not like he's scooping them all
Good
up.
point.
He's limited. So
Yeah. Actually, if anything, my ultimate compliment is when I get a better deal for the client than for myself, because it's I like to lead by example and say, hey, I'm not just saying I do it, but I want to help you get the best deal possible. And that's always like doing that more so than saying, oh, I only help myself out and no one else. I like to help them out more than, and that brings me the most joy when I get them the best deal. And they do exist. I had a few closings last month, a couple this month, a couple more next month. So I know they're out there and it's still possible, even at the slightly higher interest rate environment that Troy just talked about compared to a year over year.
Yeah. And that was a conversation you and I had, Jeff, a few weeks ago when you were negotiating the deals. Hey, this could be worked out for any of the clients exactly the same way you did it. There was nothing really dramatic or special. I mean, beyond you being a real estate agent and having the commission to work within the transaction, beyond that, everything else could have been negotiated for anybody else out there. There was nothing really magical.
Absolutely.
How you went about the price, the concession, all those numbers, and did your analytics on the property, it can be replicated readily.
And it was on the MLS too, so it wasn't no off-market special
Pocket
or
deal. Yeah.
Pocket listing or anything like that. It is straight on the MLS, and just because if you look every day, you know your numbers, you can make fast decisions, and that's usually the difference between the investor that overanalyzes every deal and has to be the perfect home run or the ones that just go for it, get a bunch of base hits, and that's usually the difference between the successful investor and the ones that wait for the perfect deal.
Yeah, that's a great point.
This was a solid.
Get a good or get a really good deal. Don't wait for the perfect deal because they don't really exist.
This was a solid triple. Solid triple.
I like the triples. Yeah. But I know it's a triple because I've dealt with a lot of singles and bunts.
Right. and
striking out.
And that goes with the fact that it's a threeplex too, by the way.
Yeah.
So, Jeff and Troy, I know there's another client you have kind of walking through a deal right now. Can you share the high level of the profile and the deal they're getting into?
Yeah, Jeff hit the property itself because it's got some good attributes that are going to be strategized to make this property stellar.
Yeah, so investor profile was just a father in his 50s with 2 daughters, married guy, and he was looking to help his 19-year-old get started on the property ladder. And he can't move himself because he's pretty established in his own house, but she can, but she doesn't have the credit. So he thought it'd be a win-win solution if he co-signs with her and then she occupies it as a primary residence. So you can get 5% or 3% down conventional loan because the the 19-year-old is going to occupy it and teach her a little about real estate investing. And here's the best part about it. It's Troy already knows this. It's the most well laid out single family to duplex conversion I've ever seen. Easily.
Oh, is that the one you texted me the other night? Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was yes.
Yeah. Basically price point, above the median price in Denver, so around $659. But it's laid out as a 5-bed, 2-bath upstairs, 3-bed, 2-bath downstairs. They converted a 1-car garage to 2 bedrooms. And you can make it a 6-bed, 3-bath easily upstairs and fully renovated. But here's the difference on that one is they added a whole separate entrance with the stairs on the side. They redid all the the HVAC. So they has 2 furnaces, 2 AC units, 2 thermostats, 2 washer dryers. So basically a full-on up-down duplex. And they actually have 2 driveways. So whoever did this really thought it out really well. So he's going to get a gold mine. And the strategy he's looking to do is the owner occupied with the daughter, co-sign to help her out, help her credit and build, teach her about real estate investing. And then do rent by room upstairs and then a Section 8 downstairs. And because there's so many bedrooms up there and the daughter's only taking 1, she'll probably get, him and her will probably get around 800 times 5 bedrooms or $4,000 upstairs. And then downstairs, you're looking at $2,900. So gross rents with the daughter living there, you're looking at, was that $6,900 more or less? And then the mortgage, what's the mortgage, Troy, on that one, more or less?
I don't know the payment off the top of my head. Gosh. Yeah. I mean, it was...
it's probably quite a bit less than 6,900.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's pretty positive. I mean, we might have been a tickle over 5K all in with the mortgage insurance and everything. And that hasn't been finalized yet either because we're still getting the insurance lined up and all that. Pretty stellar, though.
Yeah, so fully rent ready. It's got the butcher block counters with the white cabinet style, new floor, like new everything, right? So new bathroom, new tile. Nothing's the original 1960s ranch house. So
super clean,
really spacious. Doesn't feel like you're on top of each other like some houses when you're doing rent by room. You feel like all the rooms are right here. There are 3 rooms over here, and then the other 3 rooms are over there because of the 1-car garage conversion. So whoever did it did a really amazing job. And it has 3 egress windows down the basement too.
Oh, geez.
So separate kitchen, ready to go. So it's literally just need to add, I think, a fridge down there and also landscaping. Like that's another thing. I was like, they actually put in sod and like new grass which is almost extremely rare when you see flips. They usually just put a mulch down. So this one actually has a yard. So as Jenny knows, with all the mulch everywhere and those flip homes, I'm sure down south too.
Yep.
And yeah, no, I think this investor, it's a really great property, and great house hack and investment. So it's a win-win for both the dad and daughter.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing. And I mean, great job. That sounds like a great property and a great win. It's fun hearing about those, like, the parents and the kids co-investing on properties together. I like it a lot. So awesome job. All right. So not much has changed. I feel like for the macro view, we used to say when the interest rates were low, and now we're kind of at the like almost the new norm where we're seeing steady growth. I don't think we'll stay at 7% going on through the rest of the year. Springtime's usually peak, but we'll be positive over this entire year. It's kind of, where I'm looking at things. And it's just going to be inventory slowly building, prices appreciating, probably around the average or a little bit below average, but the market's staying like steady Eddie, I would say. And the opportunities for people out there, 40% down on, multifamilies for investor focus. Or if you want to get creative, house hacking a room by room for more hands-on, less turnkey, and sometimes living at the property. So Jeff, Jenny, Troy, thank you guys. It's always fun doing these monthly podcasts, and look forward to coming back next month and talking more deals and more trends.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Chris.
Absolutely.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you next month.